Thousands of people flooded into Martyr Square in central Tripoli, a place named in honor of the many fighters who were killed in a revolution that eventually toppled Muammar Gaddafi, the dictator who ruled Libya for more than 40 years.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate all our Libyan brothers and sisters on the anniversary of the revolution. Our message today is the same we had back on February 17, 2011. We want freedom. Let me say again, freedom, justice and a democratic civilian state.
But 9 years later, Libya is far from that. Instead, a country suffering civil war. Renegade General Khalifa Haftar's offensive to take control of Tripoli, where the UN-backed government is based, goes on. Ceasefire calls ignored, hundreds of civilians killed, more than 150,000 people forced to flee their homes. In Misrata, east of Tripoli, a city proud of its role in ending Gaddafi's rule, and from where the majority of the UN-backed government forces come from, celebrations marking the revolution were also loud and joyous. But people were quick to describe General Haftar as another potential dictator who is holding Libya's development back.
I want peace for Libya. I want good for the people of Libya. We don't want any more war.
Haftar is killing our children and displacing so many people. We rise for this revolution with our brothers in the east for nothing else but to bring a civilian government to Libya.
The international airport in Tripoli was again forced to close today because of what authorities said was shelling close by Haftar's forces. Despite the celebrations on this very special day, marking the start of the revolution that overthrew Muammar Gaddafi 9 years ago, Libyans remain very afraid for their future because there seems to be no lasting political solution to this most recent crisis in sight. Stratford, Al Jazeera, Misrata.